fucking talk, man. Soldier, I respect you. Zin? But this is Zin. Alright, the man, they pull up the computer a while ago. They pull up at the same computer and ask the computer the question. How much percent of Jamaica people were able to vote or reach consent?
I read 14 years. Yeah. Somebody can find out.
Yes, somebody put up
That's not a year and a half, man.
It isn't.
Because you know, say
man, information is
people
you know much police friend they have a soldier friend where we know where we're working at a parish here. And you know it's a police and soldier. Anyway they work, their vote come to the list there so. But yet still have a Westmoreland and it's a Portland and upon the voting there when police and
Sir,
soldier stop cutting man make you hear what man says.
That is not true about soldier. Well on man. No soldier name go no parish more in our park camp. Don't come here with that.
All right,
Don't
fine.
come here with that.
All right, fine.
Listen, I'm not asking that, you know.
All right,
every soldier have to vote at camp. Every soldier have to vote at camp.
Don't
come here with that.
You're right.
Listen to me, man. Don't come here with no misinformation.
Stop being a bully.
Some makeup thing I come with our watch.
No,
don't come here with that, brother.
Some makeup thing I come with our watch.
Listen, every soldier vote at camp.
Soldier, you can't tap on him and say, why must you can't hear man?
Alright, camp.
Okay.
Soldier.
No, say you're wrong. Say you're wrong. No, say you're wrong, sir.
Yes, I'm going to ask question. I'm wrong. Fine.
You were wrong, sir.
Alright. How much percent of the soldier, the police? You attack for soldier, I attack for police. How much police station in a Portland? See? And every soldier voting in Portland. But yeah, and then come from Westmoreland. And by the day of voting, they have to find transportation. I cannot afford to go back to Westmoreland to vote. Tell me about that.
Police loading with people.
The point is, he asked me the question, how much who is eligible for vote? How much percent are eligible for vote?
Ja, what is the point? What is the point, Ja?
Yeah, what is the point?
What is the point, Virgin?
You don't hear the point.
What is the point? What is
You
the
don't hear the
point?
point. You don't hear the point. Where
Well,
are
no. The election go on and people vote on JP. What is the point? What is the point? What is the point? What is the point?
26% of Jamaican cannot
decide. 39%, Ja. 39.
26%.
39.
Oh, you know, say JLP win.
Brother, this one start the point. This one start the statement for. This one start the statement for, brother.
You look me lose off for you. Me lose off for you.
I think you're on the forward with something on the sense. I don't start believing.
JP win. JP thief election now.
But you know what?
JP election, they rob the people.
Lando.
Correct.
Hear me, I say no, brother. You know matter if them thief. Let me finish. You know matter if then the thief, you're not thief. Who's in power now?
That
no matter. So it no matter who thief or not thief. But I know that's the point. The point is them people over the squad upon the land, our company forward upon the people them land and take over the people them land.
The people Jamaica people land.
I'm finish that now. Finish that.
Natives.
When me say
go get some onion and lime. You chew to and clear now.
Let me finish. Say these people are forward upon these people land and build their house and go and do them things in. Them are no human being. Anybody else work squad upon nobody land. As long as you're a Jamaican, you're black, you're not human being.
What is your point? What is your point, brother? You're not a point.
The point is, we never supposed to have no big statement about this. If police take them off or not take them off, we don't care about them. Them are Jamaican. What we care about them? Who is them? Them are human being, man.
Sir, don't come here with the wild rhetoric.
Yeah, but
don't come here with that.
Sarcasm.
Don't come here, come here and
no, for the man,
right is right.
foolishness to come in here. Foolishness to come in
The
here.
one I
with
defend.
Yeah, right,
But
right.
so I ask you a question. Don't know you the defense of the people and fi come off of the land and whatever. So when we say that you have a problem now.
Where you, hold on. All right, stop. Did you hear my opening statement when I came up here? I want to ask you. Hold on. Before you go no further. Did you hear my opening statement
No,
when I came up here?
you ask me a question.
Then,
Let me
oh, you
finish.
accuse me,
Let me
sir.
answer your question.
Oh, you
Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question.
Oh, you
Hold on,
accuse me.
can you finish? Someone you want mad man, you ask you a question and talk at the same time.
So tell me why you accuse
You ask me a question or you make a statement. So me answer a question or you want to talk. You love yourself.
Go on.
You never hear your opening statement. You know. You never hear your opening statement, the general.
So why
Let
you
me
come here
finish
and
now.
accuse
Let me finish. So let me ask me a question, bad man.
Yo,
Let me answer it now.
remote, you not really say nothing in a remote.
You said, well, I'm
I know
finished
remote
talking about.
attack,
You
yeah.
just asked me a question. Answer a question. You said to me a while ago, sir. Why me accuse you? Because me hear the line of reason. I never hear opening statement, but me hear the line of reason when me hear you upon that. So I answer based on your line of reason when me hear you.
So that can't carry that quote, sir. So you hear part of the argument and go quote with it. Ask you.
We know they are
You hear part of the
We're not
argument and
that
go
quote.
quote.
We're not
We're
called
not
on
that
TikTok
quote.
live.
We're not
Alright, so let me say so.
TikTok with it.
Yeah, no star.
Make we,
Yeah,
alright,
no
so
star. We not
since
trouble, you know.
the quote,
Not
well,
You in a
trouble.
Jamaica and a
Yes.
trouble soldier. Then you
I
me and
know.
tell you for a long
Big
time the
trouble.
Jamaica and a trouble.
Big
brother.
Let me say something, no soldier.
Big
Let me say
trouble.
something. Let me say something. One thing me I go say.
Remote. You're not a remote. It makes sense.
No,
You say
soldier,
something
just give me a
makes sense, you know.
chance for soldier, man. Listen, man, then teach your discipline up by camping, man. Behave, man. So hear me, I say no. Like Allah,
A Newcastle train.
all of this matter. Why we attack everything except what the law say? Make we
What the law say?
talk about what the law say about land.
What the law
Before we
say?
listen what other people are say.
What the law say?
All right, go on.
All right,
Go on,
good
go read it.
question.
We're going to hear you.
What is the requirement?
60 years.
Fine.
What is the requirement for all land in Jamaica? That's the first question.
God Almighty, God
Good
Almighty,
question.
God. You
Good
buy
question.
land. You buy land. You buy land, sir.
What is the
You buy land.
requirement
You
to
buy
all
it.
land
You
in
don't know other way.
Jamaica?
No,
You
and I
buy
buy a
land.
loan. And I buy a
I
loan.
pass down to you.
And
For your generation.
No,
With
man,
title.
you can't get by adverse position. What about that?
Hold on, my general.
What is advert position? What is advert position? Brother, different jail. Hear me now?
Soldier different labor.
Look here now. Land title does not expire. Stop
Politics
chat
soldier
rubbish.
for your side.
Land title does not expire. Chat rubbish, virgin.
Hey,
Land
soldier
titles
depend
does not expire. Don't talk
All right,
much.
so like you said, land title don't
Who said that
expire.
title expire?
Do you know that? Well, I know. Make me address your land title, because you feel like say you have a land title. That means say you have,
no, man,
you have a
That means
So let me show you. Let me show you now. If you have a land title, listen.
And I pay your taxes.
Listen.
And I pay your taxes.
And I pay your taxes.
Remote.
Well, on a brother, me answer to him, man. One
Government own our land,
What
brother.
adverse?
A government own our
Now
land.
this man that come up here say government own our land, man.
government own land, but
Yes, man. You're older. Soldier, you're older.
Now where you come from?
You have
Soldier,
private
owner.
land and
You're
you have
older.
crown land. You have private land and you have crown land. You have
Right.
private land and you have crown land.
Well,
Stop chatting this virgin.
Every land in Jamaica government own.
Yes, a government
Go
go
back to the
land.
land type, you know. So here are the
No,
land
One
type.
no.
which land? Which man government own our land? Man,
Yes.
this not that.
Soldier, you're older.
Why the court kick out
Christ.
Idiot.
PMP
Don't
challenge
say
that
soldier
to
the
take the people them
political class
land?
where the panic from the land holder.
Hey, older.
Don't say soldier the kind of land holder the land. Don't say soldier.
You could have 50 titles.
Big dumb soldier the kind of land holder.
Not
Let me show you power in national.
Soldier. Soldier, listen.
Remote.
Well, let me show you power in national.
Soldier, I think get it right.
You could have 50 titles to piece of land.
Remote.
Alright, yes, remote, me hear you. But you never say, Lando.
Soldier, apologize. Soldier, apologize.
If government take own our land,
Hey, remote, you idiot.
Why the government take own our land?
You are big idiot. You
Well,
are big idiot, virgin.
Lando, if
Remote.
government take own our land, why the government and one private man got court? Just ask me, tell me, me no know, unless me do. Why the government and a private man got court if the government take own land? The government would just take their land. The government would just take their land, Lando. If the government own our land, madness to come here and talk to madness to
Listen
come
what
here and talk.
Soldier tell you.
They come in here, madness to come here and talk.
Soldier,
Madness.
Soldier one
Man,
line.
government. Madness.
All
I don't
I
know where you get that from.
Remote have to say. I want you to say.
Remote, stop touching foolish shit about national man. Listen, man. Everybody are landhold. No man no one land.
You can't put foolish and national at same sentence.
Garbage.
Foolish and national like same sentence. That is incorrect.
What is national?
What is national? Native.
Soldier does work. I know you're a soldier.
Well,
you think government can't put it on government own land? Government own land. You're mad.
Soldier, you might ask about national now, which is a good question. A national is a native, right? A national is a native, but me not done it.
Who's a native?
Well,
Are you a native?
finish now.
Are you a native?
Are
you a Chinese?
In my chat say no. What is national? National no mean national native.
Ask me if me is a national. And he might ask me if me is Chinese.
No, what national mean?
Are you a Chinese?
I am not descendant
Remote,
of the Taínos. Listen,
hold on. Let me ask you a question. Remote. You know what indigenous mean? I
am a descendant of the Taínos.
Hold on. You know what indigenous mean? You know what indigenous mean?
Well, you got on a good one again. Indigenous.
Huh? You know what indigenous mean?
Indigenous mean that you're from this land.
Right, God.
Indigenous and native are the same thing. Indigenous and native mean the same thing.
How can you be indigenous from this land and don't own the land? You tell me.
You know, we know Africa will come from.
No, who come from Africa?
Africa will come from. Africa will come from.
Listen.
Yo,
everyone who come from Africa is not indigenous to this land.
Thank you for accepting me on your platform. Please, thank you. But
you will not be misguided talking the garbage. Like
what
is a descendant on the Taíno, you know?
I'm a proud descendant of the Taínos.
Thank you for accepting me on your platform, but I can't stay on this platform.
Hold on, man.
I can't stay on your platform, Thanks for accepting me. I cannot stay, virgin.
I am a proud descendant of the Taínos.
Your family them Christopher Columbus was
a problem.
Respect. But we can't stay on
You are what? You are Jamaican. Also, so you ate this from 1962.
Remote. Remote, let me ask that question. Remote, let me ask that question. Because from what they made the foolish about constitution and who no right to know a constitution. So are you telling your family right this constitution we are going to Jamaica?
No, descendant.
Yeah, so are you
that bad?
How much out How much out?
Listen, I wall man, you can't count
30, but 30 out.
Yeah, idiot.
Remote, you know say drink. Hey, remote, stop I'm doing a remote.
30.
You remote. Yeah, they Rasta. Can the Rasta not ask this?
Well,
you have a different breed of people.
Well, answer that question we asking. How much are we?
Remote, government own government own all land in Jamaica. We are land
No,
holder.
sir. No, sir.
So you say own land.
No, him right, him right.
No, sir.
No, him right.
Sir.
100%.
So
Tell you why. Tell you why right. Ask yourself, who is the government? Who is the government?
No, we.
Who can answer that question? Who is the government?
No, we, the people.
The
We, the people.
All right, so how the hell we be squatters? How can we be squatters?
That God, remote, you grow on our own.
No, man, I
soldier alone, a soldier alone,
a squatter.
We didn't send him back where he come from.
A soldier alone, a squatter. You send him back here. So squatter. You can't be squatter by your own land.
Good evening, gentlemen. Yes, me don't know where we start from.
You never start from the beginning.
Start correct, man. Start correct.
Start from national. Are you national? Are you national? Are you national?
Me's a born Jamaican, national. Born Jamaican.
Descendant from the time.
He's a whole bunch of things.
Hey, Lando.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Calm down. No, this thing where they happen with the Cooper spend people, see? Yes, this thing is not just something we start overnight. See? You see the Cooper spend people, them was there from it. The land was owned by the crown. It was crown land. They were there from after slavery abolished. You know, you see Jamaica, right across the island, is a squatter settlement. From Black River, Westmoreland, Sablaman, Negril, Senton, squatter settlement. You see, after slavery, a lot of Jamaicans went back to the colonizers to work for them because we never have nothing. When slavery abolished, we never get nothing at all. Them just let we go out in the field with nothing at all. Couldn't buy no land, we couldn't buy nothing at all. Zin? So enough people, enough black man, we go back to the slave them because we don't want dead feel hungry. Enough of we take it to the hills, we take it to the seaside, we create squatter settlements right across the board. Until the two pretty here man come and them farm government. Zin? Then land start regulate. You see the Cooper spend people, run Cooper spend. You see when government find Cooper spend, it was a maca bush. It was a maca land. People did run, thriving people did run that they live, a fish. And I live without any help from any outside world, any outside society. You see, when PJ sell that piece of land, PJ find the people them and sell that piece of land with the people them because that was government land. See? When PJ sell the land.
So hold on, General. So who was Jobson?
Hold on, let me talk.
Who is Jobson? Hold on, man. I just ask you a question. Who is Jobson? Who is Jobson? Since that, I just want to ask, you call up PJ name. Who was Jobson?
Me talk.
Who was Jobson? Who was Jobson? Who was Jobson?
Can I talk?
Who was Jobson? I just ask you.
Me can talk?
Yeah, but who was Jobson?
Me can
Just ask
talk?
you a question.
Me can talk? Me can talk?
Yes, that.
That land, when the government went to that land to sell it, to bring in investors in the country to make the country better, they met people around there. People was already there. People already captured that land without papers, weren't paying any taxes, nothing at all. People live, thrive in community, different community around there. So you all around there, so a fishing village and a community, Macabush. Zin? When PJ sell the land, he sell the land with the people upon it, and then after him sell the land with the people upon it, him go back to the same people them and tell the people them say they must stay upon it. And him go fight for them stay upon it. The people never choose to stay upon the land. The government make the people them stay upon the land because of political gain. Now if you are the government you are the government and you sell piece of land to somebody when you know squatters upon it. Zin, all the government need to do, from back then, Zin, to squash this problem, it's just to relocate the people them. That's all them did have to do, just relocate the people them from the beginning and get this settled. So in all of this thing with Cooper spend, you have to blame the government is to be blamed. Brother, if your father have a business, Zin, and your father dead left the business, and when he dead left the business, in a debt. You not just inherit the business, inherit the business and the debt. So it no matter which government selling and which government was in power, the previous government now inherit a debt and you have to go fix that. So the people that
inherit debt. That's a lie. You cannot inherit debt. Debt go with the past, the small past. That's a lie.
The
debt is not in your name, so I know you have to inherit it.
Brother, I don't know what you talk, be a rubbish you talking a long time.
No. You cannot inherit debt. That's basic knowledge you have to know.
Hold on there. Revolution, come in there.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So, wrong, right. The land sell, right? We agree. But you can't just go take out, kidnap the man them 3 o'clock. That a kidnap the man them 3 o'clock in the morning. Lit down the man them house and let up at the man them.
What this now?
The government I take back 25 criminal every week from America. And don't find place put them? Wrong or right?
That really
sound right.
No, listen, man. Wrong or right?
Wrong, because we don't know about that. Wrong.
Charge it.
We don't know about that. Put me here that.
You don't live in Jamaica then. So if you don't live in Jamaica, don't lock off and not say nothing. 25 criminals come here every week.
No, you live in Jamaica.
25 criminals come here. Oh, you can find us to criminals.
When did that happen, sir? When did that happen? When is the 25 came here? When they came here? When did 25 came here?
When was the first 25? When was the first 25 came in?
Yeah, you live in Jamaica.
When? No, tell me. When? Just tell me now, man. When? I don't know. Tell me. I don't know. Tell me. Can I always come here with no propaganda, you know? Tell me when the first 25 arrived.
Stop cut off the man where them make them speech, man, and wait till them done.
No, remote. You can't afford to make propaganda run. So you have to tell me when the first
25
propaganda.
I can't politics in that. I never vote yet, you know. I born politician, no vote Labour right and jail and PMP. I never vote yet.
Yes, no, man. But you spread propaganda, brother.
Man, not have no agenda.
Man, are listening. So we can't have no agenda if you tell lie. I want him to tell me when the first 25 criminal came to Jamaica. That's all I said. When did it happen?
Nothing like that. That's false news.
When did that happen? I'm asking him to tell me. I want him to tell me. Then he can continue.
You can't ask the Minister of Security that. You can't ask the Minister of Security nothing. We are asking him
right is right. Right is right. And we you
can't ask the government nothing. But you want to come on platform and question people. Don't ask the Minister of Security that.
Remote will come and know say Bellevue are wait for you. Go on, me General Opata.
If you don't know who to pose your question
go on, me General Opata.
Lock off your mic and make a man talk. Go ask the Minister of Security that.
So what on there, father? Did you see on the news and TV news where the government?
You go in and out, me General. You go in and out. We all hear you. You go in and out.
You never see the news where the people
are when you say? Tell me when you say. No, we never see.
The same oath. Where them are telling I eat the people, so my people are going, you never see it.
And where say? When you say?
Boy, you know say a ban, this a fuck up the country, you know, dog. This politician.
Because you never finish watching the news, brother. You never finished watching the news.
You only saw
the first part of the news and you never watched the balance of the news.
What the minister for answer on now asking? We don't care ask the minister, but we want to ask him.
Why remote that jump in my argument?
Answer that.
Remote, relax the man. Sir, did you hear the news? We carry that news say nothing like that. Say that's a false statement. Did you hear the news? That carry that news say it's not true. Did you hear them apologize to the nation and say that's not true, sir? Did you hear that? Because you only watch one part of the news. I guess you never hear the other part. Continue, sir. No, make him continue. Go ahead, my general.
Can I say something, please?
That man is not credible. Hold on. He's not credible to continue because...
everybody.
Kimmy, 1 minute. He is not credible to continue because the information he's spreading is propaganda and it's a lie. Because yes, TVJ came out, but he didn't finish watching the news because they came out and they apologized for the wrong information that they had passed around. So what it is, when you want to come on these stage, you need to be factual with your information. Remote, let me address it. I've been waiting for about 100 years now. Remote. You see what happened? I understand what you are saying. You cannot, because of what you have learned elsewhere, you bring it in this space because both does not work together. When you talk like how you're talking, it sounds as if you're speaking rubbish. right? Now, you cannot be talking about your national and whatever. And no, this is not the space for that. If you're going to be talking about what the people are talking about, you're going to be flowing. Law versus act versus statutes is not the place for this. Right? I understand where you're coming. You're asking the people for Black's Law. I have Black's Law third and fourth. I think third, fourth, and fifth. I think I put fourth and fifth, but I do have Black's Law. So those are different things. This is not the space for that. I think you and Revolution would do a very good job on your trajectory, but not in this space what you're trying to. Because even your own, your people that you would have sit and support the PNP, you hear Richards coming and saying, you're talking rubbish.
But
Know what you're talking.
Empress,
I know what you're talking.
What is
Remote.
in the Jamaican passport? What is in there?
Remote. I know, but that is not the place for this. What you're talking about, Jamaica passport, what, it's not the space. You're confusing the space with what you're talking about. So I don't think you belong in this space in that discussion, because whatever you're going to say is always going to throw people off and they're like, oh, you're crazy. Whatever you have said, I understand it, but this is not the space. And I land. So basically, just kind of keep it out of the space.
But look,
you cannot educate the people. You cannot educate them when people are not open to what you're talking about, because it's like you're talking about a subject where nobody has heard about. And then it's like, this is a crazy man. Now you talk with your peers who understand your language, who understand commercial law, who understand contract law, who understand everything is in commerce and whatever. You have a platform for that. So you talk with those people. This group of people does not understand what you're saying. Few people like myself might be sitting in there, understand what you're saying. This is not the crowd. Leave it alone. So you're just making a whole bigger confusion
Empress,
in this space.
This matter is not in the court.
It is in the court, but what you are talking about, what you want to, okay, you're soon going to tell them about colonial title that they should have had. That's not the space.
No, we can't go so far with it. We can't go so far with it.
So therefore, that's what I'm trying to say to you. Leave that. Leave that.
No, but you don't want to talk about the law we surrounded the land. They don't want to hear neither.
No, but you don't need to get into the. No, you don't need to get into the.
You're barking up the wrong tree. Empress, you're barking up the wrong tree, my love.
Hold a second.
Oh, you're not competent enough to talk about the law, man.
You talking about that in this space is totally irrelevant. What it is that we need to respect and address is that these people went to court. They've been sitting on this land for a period of time. They were given a notice to vacate and to pay. They still sat on it, and they believe. This morning we were in Classic Live, and a woman came up. She's a Canadian, and I don't know who other people were there.
I was there.
Listening.
I was there.
Right.
I was there.
And what she was talking about was her husband, who's also in that space, and I've been in that space for 25 years, right? But then what did he say? What he told her, they were living on one side, and then they moved them over to the other side. And the story that he gave her, we were actually correcting her and educating her on what really happened, right? Even though he knew that they were subjected to be removed, he allowed her to build. He did budge, and he allowed her to build on the same land that he was subjected to be removed from. Because she said when she met him, she used to go to Airbnb and blah, blah, blah. Met him because she said it's her husband, so therefore they're married. And bottom line, he went and built, even though, and he told her that they're supposed to move, but basically they haven't heard anything. So he went and he built on there, have her build something on there for him. You understand? So these people knew what they were doing, knew that there were orders, knew everything, and they continue to build. And this is not Crown land. This is not Crown land. This is a private piece of land. Therefore, they were disturbed throughout the time. They were disturbed more than 12 years. They had all right to get off. Yes. Yes. Me? Pardon me, I didn't hear you.
Lando. It's when you see man them in a chat and disrespect you man them, you take them down, you know.
No.
Entire see in a chat name limitless. You have to kick them out of the chat, man. Block them out of the chat. That's not disrespectful, man. You understand?
What were you saying?
And if you take them out of the chat. You understand?
No,
me?
but no, this is not
disrespect
a
man.
teacher.
Can I
block them
say
and them
something?
and disrespect you, man.
Okay, and I understand that. Yet.
Remote. Me can ask you a question. Why you background in a law? Me can ask you a question, remote. Me can ask you a question. Why you background in a law? Why you background in a law?
Remote. Hold on there. Give me a thought there.
Why you background in a law?
Remote on the soldier. Because Remote said something earlier, you know. He said something that say, yo, there's a difference. Remote, hold on, man.
Remote, hold on, man.
What is that?
Remote, what's the difference between what's the difference between legal and law? Remote, what's the difference between legal and law?
So
explain that from the remote.
Listen, guys, you know, stop. Remote. Relax.
Stop on from the question. Kimmy, hold on. Stop on from the question. Answer that.
No way. We're not discussing
law. You can't explain what's the difference between. What is the difference between law and legal? You brought that point up. Explain to the panel. What's the difference? Because you want to talk about law. You want to come on platform, you incompetent self, come talk about law. What's the difference? You brought that point up, you know. What?
Huh?
Legal. You see, hold on there. I'm going to shut you up now.
Mighty God.
You see legal? Legal is an adjective, idiot. Legal is an adjective that describes everything within that framework.
All right, so I just want to say something. I want to say something, Oz, because I'm not gonna say remote.
What it does? It describes stuff that is legal.
Remote. Let me say something to you. Like, this conversation is not gonna go anywhere with remote. We all know who remote represents. He may say that he's not talking political, but he is talking political. However, let me say something here. Remote is going to come up here because he's want to try to say law, and he want to use law, and he wanted to justify that whatever happens in Cooper's Pen was wrong. No one up here is saying that the people that are Cooper's Pen not forget something. What we are saying is they got 16 years to come off of the people them property. Everything in a Jamaica. First of all, I don't know who asked the question and said government, or who said government.
Them just need 12
remote
by law.
Remote.
So you say 16, them
remote.
remote.
Take your hand out and make short. I beg. Because I'm not going to argue with Uno. The mere fact is, these people, you said 12 years undisturbed. They were disturbed because they were going to the court back and forth for the people and get them land. Understand, you don't know what undisturbed means. You're having a conversation, but you don't know what words mean. Now listen, Nobody. And us is the first mega coming here box and I'm not gonna say. But let me tell you something. Once you hear one man go on the line here, me not talk political, you know. Just look out for the political conversation coming. You get me? Another thing is, why is it that we're going to sit here and pretend as if the people them never hear say come on? You have old people saying that they were told to get off the land. You have persons who build mansions on the people them land. You millions of dollars. I am not going to sit here and listen to remote and go down some slavery day talk and come back up some other something and talk about revolution, this and that and that. Remote. People buy them land in Jamaica for build them house or whatever they want to build on it. People buy their property to do whatever. And I will say this with all of my chest. If me go up a St. Catherine and see somebody pan me piece of land, and me go up a East Road or St. Andrew and see somebody pan me piece of land, me I take them off. It's mine. It's mine. I'm the one paying the taxes for it. It's my land. The two of them are mine. The two pieces of land, one what my granny give me and the one my father give me. The two of them in my name, the two of them are mine and me I pay for it. You know one come condole wrong. Wrong is wrong over here. They were disturbed, they were getting noticed, they were told to get off the people them property. No government not own my land. And me own that dirt. My granny buy that in a when time when and she'll say, my granddaughter, hold this. And she give it to me. Now make you understand the assignment that we're talking here.
Your grandmother buy when they gonna dance a party to Rumba. Ask ya.
Right? My grandmother gave me exactly. My grandmother said, my granddaughter, I want to left you with something, and she left me with a nice piece of acre. Right? She left me with a nice piece of acre. Now everybody come talk about, oh, it's the government nowadays take up whatever did that happen. Wanna please remember and do the research also. Wanna read it in the hand to read. Who sold the land? Who was in government? Who was running it? Why the hell no one can blame my look good prime minister? At the end of the day, this is not.
Go to my darling. Go on, my darling. Who was? Now ask you a question. Why you grow up? Don't you hear say you can't hear about some man? But didn't have some wool for money. Don't you hear that? And them broke. And yesterday them broke. Yeah. Not true?
Yeah, man.
They never even buy some land throw down for them pitney and them grand pitney. And that we are talking about. Go on, Kimmy.
Listen, and as Tony in there say, all the people that never have buy land have the most for chat. And it is true. Because me go tell you the truth, Soji. If me go up a St. Catherine and family could, hey, what am I think God? I'm think about it, man. And me see somebody bill on it. I'm taking them off my property. My grandmother give me that, it's in my name, I feel me one. My father give me a piece too, it's in my name, I feel me one, and me I pay for it. One way I come try, say people not to come back for them property. Government not own that, and me own it. I only I pay the taxes for it, but it's mine.
Kimmy.
Get the hell out of here and stop.
Give me a little time after Kimmy, please.
No, it's only 1 minute. 1 minute. King of 1 minute.
God.
1 minute.
I'm tired of
Not even 1 minute.
I'm tired of it. From it start Monday last week, we all on TikTok sitting down defending. What are we defending? What are we really defending? Slackness? We're defending slackness? Your ears have to come on. You got ample time, but you decided to build electric gate and slide door window on down there. You have ample time. Your ears have to come on. Your ears have to stop, but you build mansions, 2-story, 3-story house down there. What are we really defending? I'm tired of the scroll like this and that, but I'm tired. I'm tired to hear it. Come on for the people that
Kimmy, I know you're passionate about something, but just one thing I want to just interject here. That next time you have a time to look on your land title, look, it says holder, not owner. Just look at your land title. So when they're saying it, they might have come over arrogant about it, that we don't own. Because Kimmy, if tomorrow morning the government see that they want to cut a road from Mount Everest to Kilimanjaro, that your land comes into that development, they are going to cut the land through it. They're going to give you sufficient notice. The only thing they're going to do, they are going to place you on piece of crown land. You don't have a choice where they're going to send you. They're going to tell you where they're going to put you. and you're going to get a piece of land, but they're going to cut it through what grandma, what father has given to you. And that is how it works. Point blank period.
I want to ask the person who said the same government near the defense bill. What did Andrew Holness bill on the land? Well, Andrew Michael Holness bill. Andrew we are talking about Andrew around the country. So what did he bill on the land? Tell me. Tell me. Stupid, you know.
Yes, they also sometimes will pay you, but they compensate you well.
Yeah, them are gonna pay you for your land if you're in them way. But Kimmy,
yes.
Listen to what me I said now. You see, my dispute or my curiosity is not to condone the people that are on the land or to encourage that. This land, as we know, has been in the court from in 1967. My curiosity about it is, I spoke to one person, I won't call her name, and her dad was around from Mr. Jobson time. Back in those days, we weren't privy to all these technology like now. So back in those days, like a man like that, where Mr. Jobson looked and said, you can build over there, so. That was just a verbal agreement. No paperwork, no nothing. Back in those days, you can't £10 go give a man and give a piece of land. We're coming from that. But bigger than that, he has a daughter now. She lives in the same Cooper Spain. She has title for her land. But in a situation like that, when someone is around from the original owner of this land, what goes for that person if him only have a word of mouth said, the man did tell me to live so? What do you think about that?
Again, you see the thing is, word of mouth can't go court alone. You need proof.
That is true.
Back in the days when they said word of mouth was used, I agree, word of mouth is then. But let us look at the facts, Lando. The fact is, the owners of the land have records all the way back from in the 90s to show that this property belongs to them. You get what I mean? So, if me come Kimmy with a word of mouth to say, you Lando did give me peace over this and say, see that part they built on it.
Yeah.
You understand? And then all of a sudden something happens, Lando. Me can't go sell Lando, they tell me if you build on it. Word of mouth now go win my case. I need proof, I need evidence to show that you, Lando, gave me something in writing. Something, some piece of paper, something have to be there, Lando, to show that the land belongs to me. Now at the end of the day, Lando, the only person down there, the only person in Cooper's Pen is getting my sympathy is the babies. The babies. Because they have nothing to do with it. You see the adults that sit there and build mansions and Airbnbs and all of this from the people and property, the people and beachfront property, they are to be blamed for what they're facing today. They knew about it. They know. The thing is, we as adults, we don't take responsibility for our actions anymore. The first time something happens to we run. So could Andrew, big nose Andrew, and Andrew not even dead there. You get what I'm saying? And the first, we need to start holding ourselves accountable for what we do as adults. Andrew did not give you permission to build a mansion on there. Andrew did not tell you to build an Airbnb on there. Andrew never tell you to have $3 million in a one bar down there. You are an adult. You made that decision for yourself. So all I'm saying is we all made decisions as adults. So it's when it comes.
Well, I'm a general man. Well, man. Yo, keep it finish up and say something there.
Yes, when it comes, yes, when whatever happens next, Lando happens. Whatever happens next, you as an adult have to take responsibility for your action. Take responsibility, take ownership. I was the one who caused this on myself because I knew 16 years ago that this property belongs to that person, but yet still I built on it. That's all I'm saying. I care zero who wants to my atlas, it's just the truth.
I understand where you're coming
Yeah, man. Let me say something there, Lando, because I just going to be quick and then let go. I realize we have that syndrome in Jamaica and it come like I all we have, brother. We not have no patience, brother. Everybody want to get through one time, brother. I something me hate when I go to shop and supermarket, brother. Not even supermarket like shop. A man, you come in a shop and you see you, brother. And in the behind you, sell me this, brother. Sometimes we have to give that people because sometimes a man attack 99% of foolishness and he say one thing where we feel learn, and we not learn it through everybody want to, brother. You see me, with that said and done, what me I try to say, what me I go say now is, yo, you see, most of the people them come here and scroll the live them and I watch,
Yeah.
And most of the people them when me hear attack, them not come from down a Coopers, bro. The people them down there, me can yet me hear 1 and 2 people attack, but I can't say I go up on every live and I hear people a ball, I say this and say that. So when me understand now is some people those are assess some things and them don't even understand the whole, you know what I mean, of the thing. And me tell you, me guarantee this. Most of them people when me hear attack, and me I tell you this, them don't know the first procedure of to go obtain a piece of land. They don't have a land, they don't have a bicycle, they don't, somebody take it as far as they don't even have a piece part. Some of them are rent, them are pay. They don't know the intricacies and things to get a land. You see me? Because me tell you, what hurt me the most when me hear some people talk. I cannot go through the right procedures, yo. Spend my money, obtain a piece of land, and then a man I go live per my land and I go tell me, say, me know if you go pay a court liar for you and all them, if you get you half of my land, big man, we need to come to terms with what we really are saying, man. And me close my mic, brother.
Yeah, man, I understand what you're saying, but I tell you, say it's a whole complicated thing with that thing, same way, but I understand what you're saying fully.
I want to make a point, seeing that I am here, and I want to make it quick as well. Just to address something that I think the brethren, they say you can't inherit debt. Who did say that again? I think it's remote, so you can't inherit debt.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah. What we are saying is, when Jamaica had borrowed the money from the IMF, and they had changed government, did the government inherit the debt of the outgoing Prime Minister or administration? Sometimes we have a reason like big man and understand where we are set. All land that are under the Commonwealth is owned by the Crown. Yeah? We are tied to the land through our taxation. Whatever tax we pay, if we don't pay the tax, we lose the land. The land remains the possession of your possession, but owners of the government. Number 2, that's point number 2. Point number 3 is, if for instance there is a regeneration program going on and new roads is supposed to be cut or new development is supposed to be made, spearheaded by the government will look for a suitable alternative and give it to you, and they will persuade you to move, because you cannot stop at the development of a country by the fact that you own a piece of land. They either we cut around you and cut off your supply and force you to move, or they will coerce you to move. That's number 2. But where we are saying again now, the people who lives in Cooper's Pen, they know a long time that the land does not belong to them, and most of them set up permanent dwelling there of word of mouth. A generation who were in the past who had brought up their family there will inveigle somebody to come and put a piece of land there and put a house there. That person, because over a period of time, nobody has interfered with them. So that person have an entitlement, and the problem with our Jamaican people is our politicians. Our politicians cast some level of entitlement to people, because watch this now, and the Jamaica Public Service and also the National Water Commission has a part to play, and most government body, because in most places, if you're going to register your land that you buy, if you're going to put water on your land, you need a title. If you're going to put light, you need a title. So what is it with this particular position that none of them were able to show what they have, but they still have legal light and legal water over there? What's slackness is this? And the other thing is, when the MP wants to win vote, he goes to the people and fill up the people with foolishness. The people take their word for it because everybody is in a down and dusty position and want to find some form of independence through whatever housing opportunities out there. The government exploit that avenue, and this is the result of the government bad behavior to the people they are supposed to represent and care for. That is where the problem is, sir. So me land this.
Alright, sir. Yeah. Jog you up there for a long time. Want to say something?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if remote left. There's a few clarity in the early stages of the conversation. When I think Marsha came up and remote was asking a question that when did the cable was on the land, so what was done was illegal. Nothing no someone. There was a ruling in 2010. That was when the bailiff and the owner went to survey the place. That was 2010. The caveat didn't come on the land until 2012 when the PMP came into power. So that argument never made no sense. That's what I just wanted to clear up. Everybody come up and talk, but that was what I wanted to clear up. So it had nothing to do with the caveat at the time.
Okay, remote down cook.
Oh.
But KR, what you have to say?
Hello?
Yeah, KR.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man, you're hearing you.
So, for the past week, I sit and I listen to everyone that come and talk about this land issue. But I just want to ask you a personal question, and then I'll move on from there.
Okay.
So you have your property, say for instance, in St. Anne, St. Catherine, or wherever.
St. Anne.
Okay. You have your property in St. Anne. And I live in the area. I noticed that there is no one moving around on the property. So it's like you're not around, you're out of the country or something.
Okay.
And you come home to visit, saw a 3-bedroom on your property. How would you handle that situation?
If I come home and see it?
Yeah, come home and see me build a house on your property.
Well, for clarity, it wouldn't have the time to happen because I would check on my thing every now and then. But if it is a case where I couldn't come see it, first of all, I would try to let you know that this is my property and I'm going to need my property. And based on how you react or deal with me from that, then I'll know what steps to take after that.
So basically, you'd come to me and say to me that, you know what, this is my property and I think you built on it illegally and you need to move.
Yeah.
Right? So what kind of response you expect from me?
Well, it can be varied. You can be dominant that nobody never there and we just come build it. You can have that view.
Exactly. But saying this to say that it is very unfair to the owner of the property. Like people listen to people and these lives talking about that. And based on what I see, it's all bad mind. Because a lot of people leave Jamaica and go abroad and go work. You think it's because they want to be overseas? No. They don't want to be overseas, but you want to achieve something and you work and you save your money, buy one little piece of land, and then when you look, you see the whole, almost the whole country a tumble down, say, man property is for free. It is so crazy, and Jamaicans are so lawless. And only thing we can say, them bad mind. And most of who you hear out there make up noise and attack, they never work hard to buy anything. That's why they can't be so. And that's all I have to say. Jamaicans have to change their
mentality. I just want to say something to you. Hold on, madam. I just want to say something to you. When you say, you have to say some Jamaicans, please. I'm just...
Yeah.
If you say so, just say so. Just say so.
No.
Some is like,
I'm sorry, but you know this when I type in the chat, I say some Jamaicans are very bad mind.
Soji, why you tell her if you broadness, Soji? Me no cut her. Don't say some Jamaicans, say PMP them, because them alone I do this, brother. No well thinking Jamaican now do this. A PMP I do it, bro.
I agree with you. 100% I agree, because you left your country, you go work and sweat for your place. And when you come, it's like the PMP, them want to take over your place. You don't have no right to talk. And when then the American, Canada, England are all over the place, they can't squat on people place. They cannot do it. But this lawlessness is only God can help with on that place there. And everybody, only thing they can say is... What?
Informal settlement has been a problem. I'm saying informal settlement has been a problem in Jamaica. For centuries.
Settlement has been a problem, yes. But you,
one of the things that...
You have a good mind and think logically. You not yourself just go build some people clear.
What?
That straightforward bad mind. Bad mind. Bad mind. You know how much people, you know how much people, I'm saying, you know how many people are abroad right now where I want little piece of land and everybody nervous because all you can see, people can just come take your things and you can't talk about it. Where else in our world you see them with something there? No, go Jamaica. Only in Jamaica, and we are an international disgrace because everywhere you turn, people talking about these things. Not that it don't happen elsewhere, but you can't run and strong at the same time. You cannot run and strong. And most of who make nice, if they have their land, they don't want nobody cause squat panny. Not even one goat, they don't want to eat piece of grass. So, I don't know how the Prime Minister is going to come to a solution with this, but as for what I heard he said, he cannot just do like things him can go give everybody land. Because if he give them me one for me too, because me have my property in Jamaica, me pay taxes and all of that. Me not get it. It's very sad, very, very sad, very, very sad. You have your things and you can't talk about it. Everybody want to jump down like you have no right for your things. You don't have no right. It's sad, man. It's sad.
It's not as simple.
if I tell you, at first when I hear about it, me feel a few people them, you know. But you see, after the first day, I start see some who they pan their load up and I make up nice. I don't sorry for one of them, not even the baby we were in a bad pan. Me no sorry for not even the baby that was in the bad pan. The baby has to go blame him parents for that, and me done and take me down.
It's more complicated than that still. And as we say, we can't condone squatting, but it's a very complicated case. I don't think I just straight.
We are saying that informal settlement has been a long-standing problem in Jamaica. Yeah?
No.
But it has been spearheaded by the government, the PMP and JLP. Number two, you know, the thing that I don't understand with our political leaders. Now, these informal settlements, they sprang up all through Jamaica, and most of them are aided by people who intend or who are vying for power in either political party. You see me, I say, remember, you know, Tony Spallings did it to Arnett Garden, yeah? What's his name did it? Mike Henry did it to Hayes and all them places. Pernell Charles do it. Think about the whole of them, man. They all...
Man, that are going for sure.
You see what I deal with now? The problem we have now is, everybody is arguing and saying, oh, the government needs to do this and the government needs to do that. But let me tell you something. It's not the government's responsibility to give you land. You know? The government responsibility is to provide amenities, work for you, and give you thingy, because that's what you vote for, so that you make your life comfortable through whatever means. You're working, so what he does, he run a well-oiled economy so that you can be benefited from it and your life can be uplifted by their effort. So they grow the economy and you benefit from the economy as a person who casts your vote, because you give the government the right to look after your affairs, and you're supposed to live according to how the government build the economy in a sustainable way that everybody can be benefited from their efforts. Now, when all of that is neglected, remember, you know, we have to look on the whole of the whole. We have to look.
Yes, take time on
It's not only just the land. It's not only just the land there that people think is the problem. This is something that is coming out of a foundation, yeah, of bad practices, malpractices by the government. You see me, I deal with, if a government is in power and they erect something that is working right for the poor people, yeah, the next opposing government come and they will find everything wrong to criticize that thing, so that they get people on their side. And what I do know with Jamaican people, they don't need change. What they really need is change of government. That is why every 4 years they go there, go vote for the same man and take the same 5,000 for the underperforming person, same way, and then they come and cry for, and the government say the government is not helping. So what I'm saying is, this has been a problem long time, and unless they stamp out corruption and root out some of the erroneous behavior by these politicians, this problem is only going to spread further and get worse.
Yes, because
that's how it's going to be.
Yes, and this whole manipulation. Hold on. This whole manipulation, if you listen, the line of people who is involved is the same line of people who is taking away, or not taking away, because they realize that these lands, taxes not paying for these lands, they are the one who have access to these information. And I can name it numerous of these politicians who they're the ones selling out all of these lands. They're the ones subdividing these lands. They're in control of these lands. Listen, no joke.
And before you even go further and say this, let me just chime in. Let me just chime in here and say this to you. An economy is run off of taxation. Yeah? everything helps the economy to stay afloat.
Right.
Now, when the government is making effort to recoup these land that has been occupied for years by people who are non-compliant, they are not paying any tax, they are not paying any revenue to the government, but yet you complain that the hospital broke down, yet you complain that this and that not work, yet you complain that the roads not working. And these are, you cannot have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Either you're going to be a part of the system from within the system, or you're not going to be a part of the system.
But there is adequate money. Listen, hold on. With all there are other means of taxes which is collecting, right? And if you do the calculation, right, because you can't pick up a government on this. Other ways they're making a lot of money off taxes. The roads can be better, other things can be better. Whatever you think going on, hold on, let me tell you, because I don't want a big charge, but I can tell you, people who I know who is in land transaction, I can tell you names. I can get information to you, and you would be so surprised for some of these arguments that are here on this TikTok about this land thing going on. You would be so surprised and be so shocked, and most of you guys take back to talk. Because
so
all of these, the whole is a manipulation, this land thing that listen to me and listen good.
Jamaica is richer than how it appears.
No, it's a manipulation. The law, they're using the law to manipulate the system. Who don't know the law, they're using it to, just like the land. They're taking away land. I don't say you're not supposed to pay tax, you know. You're supposed to pay tax. No one can dispute that, right? But these people, they were on the land, right? And they come to some agreement to pay.
Lando, give me a minute. Lando, Joshua. All right, cool.
That's not Joshua.
Greetings, Lando.
You're blessed.
Yeah, man. LOM, good evening. Kingo.
Big up, Joshua.
Big up. I don't know. Ori and Soji. I don't know who the person at the top is, but greetings to everyone. You know, sir, I heard a gentleman a while ago, I think it might have been Orion, speaking that there are adequate taxes. How did you arrive at that, Orion? Help us to understand.
All these road traffic tickets and all of these stuff that's paying, boss. Don't you think all these taxes that they're collecting, don't you think that the road should be better?
We don't reach there so yet. You said that there is adequate tax. I'm asking one simple question. We don't reach the road yet. How did you come by that?
So there's not adequate tax then, boss?
Oh, I am asking you. You are the one.
Perhaps I was wrong, but I still can do my research.
Right. Please do your research before you give your opinion, sir.
Right.
Because that's not how taxes work.
That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion.
No,
What's your opinion? What's your opinion? Do you think we're collecting enough taxes?
I'm gonna give you my opinion now, sir.
Right.
My take on it.
Into the conversation unprepared. 1 second, let me just say this one quick point quickly. I have listened over the years to people just come and spew rhetoric that is the biggest misinformation. They don't have the facts right. They don't go and sit and think and read and understand what is happening, and they just come out and say something. We have to understand that Jamaica is basically a non-compliant country, you know?
Right.
When it comes to taxes in Jamaica collect less tax than where any other country possibly would have collected.
Not only that, not only that,
I'm gonna check it out though.
Well, not only that, LOM, but our tax rate tends to be lower than a lot of places. It's lower than the USA. So different from the compliance rate, you know. Different from the compliance rate. Our tax rate tends to be lower than the US. It's lower than England. It's lower than Canada, and a lot of other places it's lower than, right? So when we are going to just look one side and give our opinions, it's not opinions that contribute to a conversation, sir. It is the reality of what is on the ground, right? Right here in the US, let me give you an example. The other day I was driving and I passed a school bus, After I pass it, then they put out the stop sign. You're not supposed to pass a school bus if the stop sign is out. They put out the stop sign after I pass. And I get a fat $250 ticket for something I may never do. Right? So when you behave or others behave like say, boy, Jamaica is worse when it comes to traffic fines. Jamaica is actually quite tame when it comes to traffic fines. Very tame too. Right? You can pay a $500 ticket up here and lose your license after you pay the $500 ticket. Right? You can park. You can go somewhere where they have a parking meter and the meter is not working. Remember, I know you decide not to pay. The meter is not working and you still end up paying a $200 ticket for a meter that's not working and you never have anything to do with it. Right? So we have to be careful. We have to make sure that when we're coming to a conversation, we speak factually and we don't mislead the people, sir. Right? Now, having said that, right, the conversation about the land issue in Jamaica, and LOM was on a good track when I heard him mention about, you know, we have to contribute to the system in order to reap the benefits of the system. That's part of the reason, you know, part of the reason in the 90s and in the 2000s, the hospital and all of those, in addition to the huge debt that we owed to the international partners and also locally, such as the $7 billion to JPS. The government, because of political expediency and having the then government I'm talking, and having turned their party into a political winning machine, they were less concerned about being an economic management machine and more a political winning machine. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, right? And so what happened is that the things that they were supposed to enforce, they refused to enforce a lot of the things that they were supposed to enforce. The laws were there, you know. Take, for instance, the traffic fines that was just implemented, right? I mean, just implemented that people are complaining about. That was passed from 2014, but they were afraid to implement it because they did not want
from them.